Hello, fourth graders. Lesson 4. We're going to use meters to model the decomposition of one whole into hundredths. And we're going to represent and count as hundredths. So you may remember that in previous lessons we had broken things into tenths, which means that we had a unit that was broken into 10 pieces, and each one of those pieces was 1/10, 2/10, etc. Well, now we're going to be breaking it into 100 pieces, and each little piece is a hundredth. So there are 100 hundredths in the entire whole. Like a meter stick has 100 centimeters. Okay. So that's all right. So I'm just going to do a couple of these since this is the exact page that you have. I don't want to do the whole thing. What is the length of the shaded part of the meter stick in centimeters? Well, they didn't say what fraction is it. They said what's the length of it. So if a meter stick has 100 centimeters and it's broken into 10 pieces, then this would be 10 centimeters because it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 centimeters. So the shaded part is 10 centimeters. What fraction of a meter is 1 centimeter? So looking down here, if you imagine that this is broken into 10 pieces here, so there'd be 10 centimeters, 20, 30, just like we counted out. We know there's 100 centimeters, so this here is just 1 centimeter. So what fraction of a meter is 1 centimeter? Well, wouldn't that be 1/100th? So 1 over 100, that's the fraction of 1 centimeter. So in fraction form, express the length of the shaded portion of the meter stick. So that it would be, and again, you have to imagine that they broke the entire thing into 100 pieces. So if this just continued 10, 20, 30, all the way to 100, this would be 10 hundredths. 10 over 100 would be the fraction. And it's, you notice it's the same size as this one. It's just, they just broke it up into hundredths, but it's the same size that's shaded. So in decimal form, express the length of the shaded portion of the meter stick. 0.1, sorry, I messed up. 0.10 because it's 10 hundredths. And then what fraction of a meter is 10 centimeters? Hey, didn't they already ask that? It's 10 hundredths. So they just want you to see that 10 over 100 is equivalent to 0.10 because there's 10 out of 100 pieces that are shaded in. Okay, so we're still doing the same thing. Decimals and fractions are the same thing, just two different ways to represent that. So I think that should, and then down here they decompose and say this is 1/10, see? This is shaded in 3 hundredths because remember the smaller pieces are hundredths. So together that would be 13 hundredths. 10 plus 3 is 13 hundredths of a meter, which is equivalent to this decimal. They're the same, which you could break down here and say, ooh, this is actually 1/10, boom, like it shows over here. This 3 is 3 hundredths, like it shows here, and together is 13 hundredths, or 0.13. Hopefully that helps. I put the homework in as well just to get a little extra practice on this one because I feel like we probably need it. But ask me questions if we have them, and I think I'm done.